What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of
Step.
All right, today I'm going to ask my dad about dad. What do you and dads probably everywhere fear most when it comes to their daughters?
That their daughter marry somebody that's worthy of them.
Okay.
That's the biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that you get someone that would appreciate you and care for you just like we did.
Okay.
That they will be able to see your self-worth and the beauty that you bring to their relationship and the joy that you bring to them as you have displayed to the father.
Mm-hmm.
And we just hope that a guy that comes into your life will be able to notice that and appreciate that.
Okay. Anything else, or is just
No,
around like relationships?
it's just not only relationship. I mean, there's so much encompass the daughters that we hope that the man just don't take it lightly. We know what's in you, but from the age of a toddler until 18, you went off to college. And we think it's going to at least take equal time for a man to be able to see that appreciation in you too. He just can't end up. Now, granted, most young guys, the first thing when they look at you, all they look at sex. That's what they're looking at. They looking at your body and looking how fine you are, whatever it is. They're not looking at how emotionally mature you are. They don't care about that. All the thing he want to do is look at them hips on that girl. Woo, woo, woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo. That's all he's looking at. And it's a shame that there's so much more to you than that. And we know that. And we just hope that the guy that come into your life be a lot like we are, cause we trying to mess you up about the guys you choose. That's why we try to be the best possible dad we can be, so that your choice of men will be one of somebody with some kind of quality to him.
That's why you guys do that. Okay.
Of course,
It
that's
makes
why we do it.
sense. You've actually never said that to me about like that's why like you show
No, I
up like
told
as
you,
such a great dad. So
no,
that
I told you, I said I wanted to mess the guy up. I said I want to mess him up. Whoever comes to you, that's what I was talking
and
about.
you have like everyone.
mean-
I'm like I don't. But when my dad do this, like I'm very.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
It has to be like
If it's
you.
something I want to do, no, let him keep stepping. I don't care how tall he is or how good looking he may seem to be or whatever it is. At the end of the day, he wants your draws.
Those things don't even really matter to me as much though.
I know,
Yeah.
but to him it does.
Yeah, I know.
It means everything. And I think that's where most women make their mistake. They so eager to go sleep with somebody as though they're going to make the man love them in more. But really, from a man point of view, women, we like challenge. You give in too easy, guess what? He going to let you back. He going to pass you up. You might be fine and all that, but you're too easy. He want to feel that, hey, I got me somebody that's worthy. Ain't no anyone gonna be able to come up and tell her this and this and that, cause he know what it took for him to get to you. So I mean, that's the way it is. And I mean, he can't flash you around with $2 or $3 cause he got $2 or $3 in his pocket. He can't show you that, hey, I got this brand new car. You had one of those too. Everything that he have shown you
Yeah.
that he can give you, I wanted to make sure you had that first for me.
Yeah, and you did. And so
I want to make sure that you did. So you can't get mesmerized. Oh, he bought me a car. So what? I had a car when I was a teenager. Yeah, come again. I mean,
yeah.
things you can't get swept up by the hype, because they're gonna always be somebody out there with a nice toy
Yeah.
or whatever it is. But that's all it is a toy. You don't want nobody to play with you. You're not out there to be played with.
Yeah.
You're out here to be valued.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's what you should be. You should be valued. If you don't see
on,
the
Dad.
value within yourself, then somebody Well, really, nobody else will see the value in you.
Come on, Dad.
Well,
That's
it's the truth,
right.
baby girl.
That's right.
It's the truth.
Now you guys see
And I
right
would tell
where we get it from.
every woman out there, if you don't see the value in yourself, I'm telling you, nobody else will.
Yeah.
And all that guy want to do is get you in bed, and after he done got you in bed or whatever it is, he done put a feather in his hat, and he figured he can go out and be Don Juan and get him another.
Not a feather.
You know, one of them little pimp hat with the little feather in it, or whatever.
No, not the feather. Oh Lord, I don't know if I nowadays. Nowadays it's not a feather. It's like
Another
it's
gold chain.
Yeah, it's a gold chain. Yeah.
Something like that.
I was gonna say it's a gold chain, or it's like a night, like a crispy haircut. I don't know. We're making up stuff now, but you know they look different now.
Sure.
Okay, so you're saying your biggest fear definitely is that we would choose or not choose the right guy.
Right.
Is there any other fears like around our safety, health?
Of course,
like,
all of that. All
Yeah.
of that. We like to be assured that if a guy come into your life, when you all fine and everything or whatever, and everything goes well, and then something happens, and you might not, you got one of your limb disfigured, or you cannot have sex like a rabbit like you had before, or whatever it is, then would he still be able to honor and stay with you then?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, until a guy, I know it seems like an unfair question, but if a guy's not willing to do that, I'm telling you, you really don't have nothing.
You're saying if a man is not willing to stay with me, if I'm not pretty anymore, like old, like wrinkly, like aged, one leg, one tooth, like, no skin on my hand, like if he's not willing to stay with me through those things, then I don't have anything.
No,
Wow. Yeah.
cause the love got to be more than just surface.
It's true though.
I mean, we love to look at, everybody look at something nice. I mean, all this. I remember when I was young, I was really buff and stuff like that. I'm not too bad.
You still got a little bit. Yeah.
But the thing is, with time, everything fades.
Yeah.
But what do you got when all of this is gone? What do you have when you get sick and you can't wipe your own butt? Well, this guy gonna be able to be there to give you a bath, to clean you up, to treat you still loving as your parents did when you was a baby? Cause you can't do for yourself now. I know women is apt to do that quicker than men will. I know that. Because women are nurtured. You'll do that for a man. But if a man is not willing to do that, baby girl, and he be thinking, I'm at home all the time, I got feeling too, this and this and that. You need to let him keep stepping. He gonna show you who he is.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Yeah.
You gonna know exactly who this guy is before you get married to it. And if you think you gonna change who he is, he gonna have to have a change of heart. He gonna have to want to know what's deep in his heart. He gonna have to need to know that. We all need to know what's in our heart. What am I willing to sacrifice?
Dad, so you're saying then we answered a family thing, okay? You're saying I asked you what are Dad's biggest fears for their daughter. You said the biggest fear is that we wouldn't choose the correct partner, right? So now think about it. Now there's a situation where there's a dad. He's allowing his daughter and her husband to live with him because he can watch over her.
Yeah.
He can watch over her, because I think deep down he knows, like his biggest fear actually has happened. And so now he's not going to put her out or kick her out because he knows that that's his responsibility. And his fear is that if he did that, what would happen to her?
No, I would kick him out.
No,
I'm not
I know.
throwing the
I'm
baby
just
out
saying,
with the
I
water.
know, but what I'm saying is now it makes sense in my head. I think we've been going over this and mulling over it.
Yes,
You just said
yes,
it.
yes,
Your
yes.
biggest fear, and probably most dads out there can relate with you, is that
Mm-hmm.
you guys just want us to choose somebody who's going to ride with us until the wheels fall off.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what you're
Exactly.
wanting. You're not
Yes,
wanting anybody to use us. You're not
yes,
wanting anybody to
yes.
just be like, she's real fine. Because I think a lot of dads know when they have a daughter that she is beautiful, especially if they raised her well. Not just beauty on the outside, but she's just beautiful
Mm-hmm.
as a person,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you don't want anybody to take advantage of that. So I feel like if that's the case, Dad, that's exactly what happened. He's
Yeah, yes.
like, no, that's my prize right there, and I can't just let her go out there.
But you, baby girl, like
Yeah.
I love you enough
Mm-hmm.
that if you had a husband and he not fulfilling his role
Yeah.
as a husband, oh, I will let you come in and have do whatever you. But he can't come.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not if he done had ample of time. He not showing that he want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to raise no grown men.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be able here to be nurturing up my grandkids,
Yeah.
you know, but not no grown man. And all I'm doing is enabling him to be sorry as he already is. Mm-mm. I mean, come on. You that sorry, no. I don't need no dead weight around me. I don't need an ornament. I mean, you may well go on and, you know, send that on down the road. Put it in the trash dump because it's serving no purpose.
Not an ornament. A Christmas tree.
You're not serving no purpose. What purpose are you serving?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's true.
What? I can't. I can't do it, baby girl. I love you enough
Yeah.
that I could send him packing.
Yeah. And I mean,
And I would tell you that, baby. I love you, but him, no,
it's just interesting to me, that's all, to know that that is dad's fear. Like, that's y'all's biggest fear. I think I would have thought, I don't know, like, I passed away or something. Literally, your first thing that you said was, no, that you would choose the right part. I'm like, wow, that puts a lot of things into perspective, and it makes sense as to why you were the way you were with me as a dad. Like, it's like I'm like, oh my gosh, I get it. Like, I totally get it. Wow.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, everything that we do in this life as a man, true man, is for family. And especially for your kids. Whatever I have to give or whatever I can accumulate in this life, it'll be for you and your kids or whatever. I mean, granted, is there anything else I want to tell you the truth? I just want to see you happy. There's no thing out there that's not a place that I want to go. I done been nearly all over the world. Anywhere I want to go, I can do it.
Yeah.
Anything that I want, I can get that. But the thing it is what about you and your kids? Will I be around to be able to see that? That's one no guarantee there.
Yeah.
But I can make her try to have a guarantee that when she do have her kids in this life, they will know that they had a granddad or somewhere that's started that.
Yeah.
Or try to prepare them for something.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just puts it into perspective for me and probably like a lot of daughters. Like, if that's truly your thought process, right? That like you fear. So if this is a fear, that means you think about it all the time. Dad, like, that says a lot. And it really puts a lot of things into perspective for me. And it makes sense as to why you guys probably weigh in on who, you know, like when we're dating, why you get upset, why you want to like see, why you're like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to meet him. Yes, I like this one. No, I don't like this one. Like, it makes a lot of sense. And you guys aren't just playing. Like, you guys aren't just like trying to be mean or like, you know, hardcore to be hardcore. It's because you truly fear, because it makes sense. It's not just me, but it's like lives beyond me.
Sure.
And that means a lot to me, Dad.
I've seen some responsible, like I said, I got some nephews that's some responsible men. And I really appreciate the man that they grew to be.
Yeah.
Because I see what they do with their own family.
Yeah.
And they really out there trying to make things happen for their family. They didn't get it right all the time, but I guarantee you they out there hammering at that rock every day,
Yeah.
trying to get it right. And I was like, man, I love that. I don't see a whole lot of that anymore. I used to see it with some of the soldiers. That's why I love being a soldier. I seen a lot of young, responsible soldiers in my day too. Some good guys. Some good guys. Some of them start out, they just didn't know what right looked like. But when you start teaching in here and there, this and that, they get it.
I'm telling you, it makes a lot of sense.
They get it.
And I think that's why also I've always felt that from you. I don't think we've actually talked about it like this, but I've always felt that from you, like the intensity behind me choosing a really good partner. Like I've always felt that from you, like the care, and it makes sense. And I think that's why I am so wanting your approval too when it comes to the person that I choose. I'm always asking you questions, and you're like, "Is it you're the one who has to live with them? It's your choice." But you still deep down are like,
"Oh yeah, I don't want to make the choice for you."
Yeah.
But I tell you what I think and what I see. You know, like I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just makes sense now, all of it, because I'm like, okay, wow, like dads are really out here walking around like thinking about this. That means you guys constantly think about this.
Constantly, every man does. He constantly think about that.
Wow.
I think I don't have a son.
Yeah.
But I think we think more about it as daughters than anything, because we know a man. I mean, if you're gonna model that what a man's supposed to be around you, the guy pick it up anyway.
But I feel incredibly loved in this moment, though, Dad, because you're thinking about me, but you're also thinking beyond me. Like that's
Sure.
That's deep right there. So it just makes it kind of boosts my confidence even more to hear you say that. I've always known this, like I've always felt it, like I said, but to hear you say this, I'm like, wow, you're thinking about me. You're thinking beyond, even beyond. Like you're caring for me. You want somebody to care for me, but you also want somebody who's going to be great at us creating even our own family and beyond. So it just means a lot to me. I'm like, wow, the thought process that goes into that, the amount of detail and hours and, just thoughts and care that you've mulled over this. I feel incredibly loved right now. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, that's a lot. But it makes sense.
Because that's what we do as men. That's what we do as dad. We actually feel this. We live that. So you matters.
Yeah, we matter.
Especially our daughters. We matter. Our daughter matter.
I think you guys have to tell us this more, though. Like, I think you guys do. Like, you guys have to, like, really tell us. Okay, so
I think we do. When we tell you we love you, that's more than just, oh, I love you.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be very helpful, I think, to a daughter to know my fear is this. And not to, because this isn't scaring me or anything. I don't feel like you're projecting anything onto me. I think it's just really opening my eyes, like really your thought process behind and maybe why you do certain things. It makes sense to me now. It's all clicking.
Why you do everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all clicking. Sometimes for us as daughters, we just have to hear, like we just want to hear it. That's all. We don't have to, but it's nice. Because it's like I know this stuff, but now to hear you say it, I'm like, oh. Wow. I understand now why, when I was getting married the first time, you did not want to get up out of the chair to like talk to the man. I understand now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
I didn't feel him.
That's what I'm saying, though. But it was deeper than just you didn't feel him. It was that, is this what I truly deserve? When we hear that stuff, I'm telling you, you can't tell me nothing now. Please, how I walk around from now on is like queen status, okay? My dad cares about me. This is how he's been thinking about me. That means that you in detail. And I've always known that, but like I'm telling you, feel like I have a crown on top of my head right now, and I could just be like, well, doesn't matter, because my dad thinks about me in this way.
Of
And
course.
he's planned for this.
Of course. Of course. That's why we want the best for our daughters. We want that. We know how much we love you, and we want the man that come into your life to equally love you as much.
Oh, I feel like I'm glad we're doing this podcast because I just thought of like the women out there maybe who don't have a dad like you, you're on loan. I'd be happy to loan you. But seriously, for someone to know that like they're cared about this much. Dad, this is everything to me. And I don't know what I would do without it though. And there are people out there who don't. My tank is so full right now, like I could just like skip away from this table, honestly. And it's just because we're having this it's like live happening, but like we're having this conversation. I'm like, whoa, the amount of detail and thought, like I did not know. I always knew you wanted me to end up with someone, but that was your biggest fear. I didn't know. I thought you were gonna say that I would die or something.
No.
And Dad, do you see but still, death, choosing the partner, because it can equal actually death.
Yeah, it can. It really can.
So I'm just like, wow, this is amazing.
But I think every dad feel that same way about his kids.
And it just makes sense though. And maybe a dad isn't able to articulate this, But it makes sense in how they probably react to their daughter. Yeah. Maybe they're standoffish. Maybe they try to I don't know. There's like all these things now that are going through my head.
A whole lot of things that rush in on you.
It does, because I'm like, it can explain, not excuse, but it can explain a lot of dads' behaviors towards their daughter. Yeah. And I think if daughters knew this is their fear, they probably would be like, okay. And then they could start having conversations about it though. Because now I'll be able to point back to this, like, Dad, are you feeling like fearful? And you could be like, yeah,
Yeah.
That this guy is, I think it just opens up so many more conversations.
Without a doubt.
Wow.
I think dads are emotional beings too.
Yeah, you guys
girl are. More than
I think to all the kids. You could try not to show it, but I know it does. I know you're emotional when it comes to me. I've always known that. Like, you didn't want me to cry. You don't want me to know that you cried when I got my period when I was 9, but I saw you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even now, sometimes you'll do it, but I know you care about me and you love me, but it's so nice to still have these conversations though. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to let my dad go through his process. Anyway, thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll see you next time on
Still. Peace, homies.